Hey guys, David with Twice Diecast, super special version of What's Crackin'. We're here in Florida. Stick around and see who we've got on deck today. Alright, if you have watched any diecast videos on YouTube, you recognize that music. It is an absolute treat today. I'm with Chuck Ellis, creator of Diecast Media Network and Flying Valiant Custom Builds channel previously. Chuck, it's an honor to meet you.
Likewise, I am so glad we can make this happen. After we had a little literal breakdown on the way here, my truck is sadly not with us today, but I was able to get my dad to get us over here and make this thing happen. So the show must go on.
Well, indeed, and I appreciate the extra effort. I happen to be traveling through Florida and had not met Chuck yet. We've been working together for over 2 years now, and really glad to make this happen.
Likewise.
And if it required a little bit of extra effort, then all the better. In case you haven't seen an episode, and I'm talking to you guys on What's Crackin', what we do is I send a box of goodies to some friends around the world, and we just have a conversation as we unbox them. So I'm going to start it a little bit different today. I want to present Chuck a gift from another person, Anthony Schmidt, one of the best diecast photographers out there. Had the pleasure of meeting Anthony in Vegas this past March, and Anthony signed one of his calendars for Chuck and wanted to make sure that I got to
wonderful.
Yeah, deliver that in person.
That's so cool. Thank you, Anthony, and thank you, David, for making that happen. That is too cool. David, this is awesome. Anthony is a fantastic photographer. I own all his books, and this will be a wonderful part of the collection, so thank you.
And Anthony, we are absolutely ready for you to jump on and do your episode of Diecast Breakdown. We'll be in touch, and we want to hear from you, and I know everybody watching this video will want to hear from you and see your work as well. All right, Chuck, let's see what you're cracking.
The anticipation is killing me. I have no idea. And it's funny because we are actually outside of a vintage toy shop. So I was in there poking around and I was like, hopefully, as I'm digging in here, there's nothing in here that I'm looking at. And David's like, oh, that's already in the box. Okay, dude.
There you go.
I hope they're in my size.
Spared no expense.
Alrighty.
So we'll do it maybe one or two at a time, and then we'll just, I got some questions I want to run by you as we do it, but go ahead. As per the norm, you'll start with a couple official Twice Diecast stickers.
Love these. I will be putting them on my truck when I get back to them today. Once I do my radiator repair. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna just try not to tear anything. Ooh, this is fancy. Love the box. Okay. Wow. What? This is what I think it is. My own official Twice Diecast shirt. Love it.
Only fitting as
Very exciting.
Chuck helped facilitate this new logo for Twice Diecast.
Justin Ellis right there, his work.
Absolutely. Great work, Justin.
I love the shirt. Very nice. It's a moisture wicking type technology there. I love it.
That
Thank
is.
you.
All right. So as we get going, questions that I love hearing, and I know the viewers like it because I get the comments. Tell everybody what's your daily driver, Chuck? What do you?
Well, my daily driver is a 1977 Dodge D100 pickup. It is a fleet vehicle that I bought from a friend of mine that was out in Oklahoma. It's got 83,000 original miles on it, slant 6 engine, and normally it runs great. It also had a 45 plus year old radiator hose on it that just decided to blow up on me. So that's what I normally drive when I'm not getting shuttled around by my dad or by the AAA tow truck.
Well, after today, it'll have a brand new radiator hose, so that's our silver lining.
Yeah, that's my daily, and then of course I have my 64 Plymouth Valiant. That is what I should have driven today, because it wouldn't have blown up on me. But it's my car that I've had since I was 15, and that was my daily driver until 2011 when it officially died. And then I rebuilt it from the ground up.
So, and that brings me to my point of not only are you a master at building 164 customs and building cars up from the ground in that scale, but you actually put together the Valiant from the drawing board, right?
Yes, sir, I did. And when we went to rebuild it, I said, you know, I'm going to strip it all the way down to its very shell, and we're going to start over. I'm going to learn how to weld. I have never done this before. I have never done this. So, future me, when you're throwing parts around and crying softly about how you'll never get it back together, just breathe and remember that we did this with a goal in mind, and we'll figure it out. And if we can't figure it out, Ben will figure it out. So, and if he can't figure it out, then God help us all. Before, but I had been sick of just doing little piecemeal patches here and there, and then going, okay, well now this thing that I bolted it to has rusted away, and you know, I was like, you know what? If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna save up. We're gonna strip the car down, media blast it down to the bare metal, and I took some night courses, learned how to weld, and put it all back together.
It's pretty impressive. It's actually very impressive.
Yeah.
All right, what you got next?
All right. Well,
what are those 2 tickets?
Let's see. We got some 2 tickets to paradise here.
So what this is, Chuck, this is for the next conference.
Nice.
Since we weren't able to meet and have a beer at the last conference, these are your drink tickets.
Nice.
The next beers are on me at the next conference.
Love it. Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right. So should I do this one next?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right.
We're going to do a little Twice Diecast sampler.
Oh boy.
For those that don't know about some of the brands that we love on Twice Diecast.
Oh, wow.
Actually, we're not going to do it on this one. This is an actual custom of mine.
I was gonna say, unless somebody is starting doing Fieros. Oh, I love it.
I couldn't think of anybody better that would like an
look at that.
80s Fiero.
Oh, that is too cool. Yeah, and this was one of my favorite castings as a kid, because I did not know what a real Fiero was actually like, but I always thought they looked so cool and futuristic. But this is beautiful. Thank you, David.
Yeah, that
Very
was one of
nice,
my
man.
favorite ones. You know, that's the one that started out neon green. I think it had blue interior, had terrible wheels. Those are green light wheels.
These are very nice wheels.
There's only one way to do a Fiero.
Yeah, absolutely. They all look good in red.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much. That is
very welcome.
fantastic. I will put it in a place of honor on my garage, my custom garage shelf. Put that right here. I'll rewrap it when we're done shooting here. So, alrighty, get that out of there. And let's see. Oh, there's another David Johns custom there.
Now this one, the blister's loose because I've had people who get them and take them out of the package. So if you want to look at it up close, you can. If not, you know, I like the presentation.
I like it.
Black
I
and
like it
white.
right where it is.
So yeah, what we'll do is we'll overlay some pictures of the cars here during the segment.
Love it, and I recognize those decals.
Yeah, these are decals that Chuck made for me for the channel, and I love them. All right, now here we're going to get into the international sampler portion of the show. So, do you have any X-Car toys?
I do not have any X-Car
Awesome.
toys.
This is Chuck's first X-Car toys. So I love this brand. High on detail, very economical price. This would have been less than $7 or $8.
Wow.
And who else is doing a stock Hyundai Elantra, guys? Does it get any more plain Jane than that?
Pretty much.
And I love it. Lens lamp details,
Rubber tires.
rubber tires, authentic rims.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, sir. I am pleased to finally have one of these in my collection.
Very well.
Thank you
very
very
much.
much. Alrighty.
All right, before we get to the next one, hang on. I want to get this question answered in my own head, and I know that you guys are interested as well. Flying Valiant Custom Builds was an awesome diecast channel. It showed us how to weather diecast customs, and you are the master. I know you won't say that, but you are. So now that that is settled, I want to know the inspiration for going to Diecast Media Network and what you want this channel to be.
Well, I wanted to do originally I wanted to do, the channel was called Flying Valiant because it was supposed to follow the 64 Valiant build, and I didn't do that because it was hard enough building a full-scale car and then trying to do videos on top of it. And then Flying Valiant builds was just kind of the natural, well, I've got this channel and I'll turn it into what it became. And you know, when we started talking about doing the show, I wanted the show to be separate from me. I wanted it to be something that, you know, we could, if we needed to, evolve it, grow it. If I needed to step aside, it could keep going without me. And I got a little pie in the sky with my vision for the channel. And you know, I still hope it goes to there someday, but my goal with the channel to change it to Diecast Media Network was, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a channel where anyone could contribute videos to it, and we could have them do their own segments and their own shows, because I didn't want to do a separate channel for continuing my custom builds. I wanted to do those. I wanted to do other stuff, do unboxings, do Destination Diecast, and stuff like that. So I was like, well, I used to work in a television station. What if I made my channel kind of like a television network, where it was, instead of like the Speed channel or the History channel, it was Diecast Media Network. And originally it was going to be Diecast Podcast Network, and we were going to have a bunch of different shows and podcasts. And I was like, no, just media. Let's go big.
Yeah.
And I thought DMN was a funny acronym, and so basically I'm acting like it's a separate channel, like a TV channel, and that Diecast Breakdown is just a program that's on this channel, and you know, ideally it will feature regular different things. Like my daughter wanted to do videos, so we got Tested by Tracy. That's the video that she wants to do. And you know, you've submitted for Diecast, Destination Diecast before, and so basically, and this is something I really should be promoting more, but I wanted it to be like, so if somebody had a smaller channel and they were doing something really cool, and we wanted to like take some of their videos and we could push them on our channel, which is a little bit larger, and help build up excitement around that. And if people wanted to do videos but they didn't want to go through the trouble of running their own channel, they could just submit videos to this channel and we would distribute it for them and handle all of that. So that's the eventual dream of Diecast Media.
Diecast Media Network is dedicated to promoting diecast collecting, customizing, and culture, featuring Diecast Breakdown, interviews with designers, creators, and influencers from around the world, Flying Valiant builds, diecast customizing videos featuring tutorials on creating realistic weathered vehicles, and much more. Visit diecastmedianetwork.com today.
Network. So whether it gets there or not, we'll see. But that's the story behind changing the name.
It's got to happen. The more content out there for diecast and us collectors, the better. Thank you for kind of benchmarking the template for hopefully either other people to use and copy and paste, which I know it's your stuff, but I'm okay with it because the more the merrier, right?
Right.
But I love the idea of a centralized place where new creators can come and launch their brand, launch their creativity, and what an awesome place for you to have that vision that it could be. So
Thank you very much.
shout out to you for that.
So hit me up if you got an idea, and I'd love to talk to people about it. All right, I am excited about this. Let's see. Got a few more. This reminds me of firework packages as a kid. You got like all these different things. I was like, what else is in here? Oh wow, look at that.
Now, I'm hoping you don't have this car in your collection.
I definitely do not have a Wartburg. That is fantastic.
So this is part of the Welly family, I assume. All the packaging looks identical. It's probably under a different, yeah, in fact, it does have a Welly brand.
It does have a Welly brand on it, yes.
But thankfully, and thanks to you friends overseas that send me some of these internationals. I get so many that sometimes I get duplicates, and I love passing along the doubles to people that won't have access to them here in the States. And that is just too cool.
Too cool.
To sit in the closet.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, this would be like East German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soviet bloc,
Yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely. It's got that good enough styling, you know. That I love it. I love those Eastern Bloc cars. I love the Chinese Passats, if you will. You know, the simple lines,
the obscure.
yeah,
That's right.
and the obscure. So wow, I think we got one more in here. One more to go. Alrighty. So, yeah, it is. It feels just like getting one of those big firework packs as a kid. You know, I don't know what's in here. What's this? Whoa.
Now,
Nice.
we talked about this one on Diecast Breakdown.
Yeah.
And I knew that a customizer would go crazy with a blank canvas like this.
I love this. So this is I love the Greenlight and some of the Greenlight especially, but some of the other car companies are doing this now. But cars that are designed to be customized, like this one, and that is too cool. Shout out to Greenlight on that one. But
That's a
and, you know,
Diplomat?
that is the Dodge Diplomat. Yes, sir. This would be the Chrysler M-Body. That would have been the New Yorker, the Fifth Avenue, the Diplomat, and the Grand Fury. More or less loosely based on the A-Body, which is what the Valiant was based on, but they kind of replaced the F-Body, which was the Volare and the Aspen. And workhorse vehicles,
Yep.
it really kind of Chrysler's last rear-wheel drive vehicle until they brought the Charger and the Challenger back in the 2000s. Or, well, the Viper, but Viper doesn't count. But, yeah, great car.
And in the background of every 80s movie.
Yep, pretty much. You know, Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop, you name it, there's a Diplomat in it. And they were a dime a dozen, and now it's funny, they're starting to get some serious nostalgia factor going from them. But that is incredible. I love that one. That is going to be a very fun one to customize.
All right.
Thank you.
So now that we're talking customs,
Yep.
I'm going to put you on the spot. If we are to send some viewers, and I mean a lot of you, because you're going to want to see this, down the rabbit hole, what is one custom from Flying Valiant that really, I don't know, I know they're all your babies, and we love all of our children, but is there one that jumps to mind when I say, if you can show one person one of your videos of a custom, what would it be?
There actually is. It is. It was a Dodge A100 van build that I did, and I did this. It was kind of in my peak 3D printing days. I need to get back into doing it, but it was a custom van that I made into a camper, and I can't remember whose challenge it was for. It might have been a 3 Blind Mice challenge, but I cut it so that the doors opened on the front and back. I turned the back into a camper. I gave it an interior. It didn't really have an interior. And I 3D printed some wheel hubs and some cement blocks, so it's up on blocks, and it's got a full custom interior with a bed. That's a really, I think that's probably the build that I enjoyed the most, and that's probably a very good essence of what I do video. So.
Now, if I have played my cards right while I'm talking, instead of seeing my face, you will see what that video looks like on YouTube. Go check it out. This guy really is the best customizer, especially weathering guy that I've ever seen put content on YouTube. And that's not lip service. That's from watching a lot of videos and staying up late when I should have been sleeping. Chuck, that's what I've got for you today.
I'm blown away, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, this was so fun, and I'm so glad we finally got to meet. As we wrap up, you guys, please go hit up Diecast Media Network. It really is something for the entire community, and this is the brainchild and a passion project of Chuck, and I'm 100% for it.
Thank you very
so
much.
Chuck, again,
True
absolute pleasure.
Sir. Thank
Yep.
you for making the time.
We will we'll see you guys on the next one. Hang around. We've got more What's Crackin' coming up in the future. Talk to you later.